Every time your paycheck hits, you get this tiny 15-second window. And honestly, that moment decides your financial future. Most people don't even realize it's happening. They just open their banking app, feel a little relief, and then boom, money starts slipping away. According to Ramsey Solutions, almost half of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And get this, a huge chunk of them worry about money every single day. A lot of them even lose sleep over it. And it's not just people with low income either. According to Millennial Money, even people making over $250,000 a year, yep, 250,000 earners, are still stuck living paycheck to paycheck. So clearly the problem isn't how much you make, it's the system you use. Or honestly, the fact that most people don't have a system at all. That's why in this video, I'm going to show you the exact 7-step payday routine that puts you ahead of 90% of people financially, and it takes less than 15 minutes. All right, before we jump into the actual routine, we need to talk about why most people's payday system falls apart. And this part is important because once you understand why the old way doesn't work, the new system will make perfect sense. Most people run their money backwards. They get paid, they pay the bills that scream the loudest, then they spend a bit here and there, and then they tell themselves, I'll save whatever's left. But let's be honest, nothing is ever left. It's like trying to fill a bucket that has holes at the bottom. You keep pouring in money, but it drains out faster than you expect. And a big part of this isn't math, it's psychology. Willpower doesn't stay strong all week. It's highest on a Monday morning when you're fresh. By Thursday night, you're tired, stressed, hungry. And that's when people make their worst money decision. So when you tell yourself, I'll move the money later, guess what? Later never comes. Mentally, you've already spent it. Plus, there's something called decision fatigue. The more choices you make during the day, the harder it gets to make good ones. So by the time you think about your money, your brain is done. You either freeze, or you make a choice you regret next week. And here's where it gets real. Take a person making about $60,000 a year. With no system, they'll end up spending around 95% of it without even trying. Maybe they save $200 some months, maybe they save nothing. It's all inconsistent. But with automation, that same person can save around 15% every single month. That's about $750 without relying on discipline at all. Over 10 years, here's the difference. No system, you end up with maybe $24,000 saved. With a basic automated system, you cross $127,000. And that's with investment growth doing most of the heavy lifting. Two paths, same income, completely different future. Before payday even arrives, there's one thing you need to do, and you only have to do it once. Think of this as laying the foundation for everything else. If you skip this part, the rest of the routine won't work the way it should. This step is all about knowing your real numbers, not the numbers you think you have, the actual numbers. And it starts with figuring out what percentage of your take-home income goes toward true necessities, not wants, not kind of important things. I mean the basics: your housing, your groceries, your transportation, your utilities, and your health care. That's it. Ideally, all of these should take up less than 60% of your take-home pay. And here's where a lot of people get a reality check. If you're above 60%, one of two things is happening. Either you're genuinely living above your means, meaning you might need to downsize, share rent, or rethink your transportation, or you're labeling luxuries as necessities. And we all do it. That premium cable package? Not a necessity. Buying coffee every day? Not a necessity. Upgrading your phone every year? Definitely not a necessity. Eating out 3 times a week? Nope. Groceries cover the real need. This part can feel uncomfortable, but it's powerful. All you need to do is pull up your last 3 months of bank statements and categorize every single expense honestly. No excuses, no, but this is important to me. None of that. Just raw truth. When you're done, calculate what percentage of your money is actually going toward real needs. It's a one-time task, but once you do it, your entire financial life becomes clearer. You'll finally understand where your money is truly going. And that awareness is what makes the rest of the system work. Step 1, the golden rule. Pay yourself first. Step 1 is simple but powerful. Pay yourself first. What that means is, when your paycheck comes in, the first money that moves should go to you. Not bills, not shopping, not anything else. Money you save first is money that actually grows. Money left over, that's what you spend. A simple starting point looks like this. 10% goes straight to retirement savings. 5% goes to your emergency fund until it's fully funded. 5% goes to paying off extra debt beyond the minimum. That's 20% of your paycheck automatically going to future you. You don't have to think about it, it just happens. Picture it like a pie chart. The slices for your savings and debt are taken out first, and the rest is what you get to spend freely. This small change makes a huge difference over time. Step 2. Capture free money, the employer match. Step 2 is all about free money from your employer. It's called a 401k match. If your company offers this, you're basically leaving money on the table if you don't take it. Here's the thing. According to Up Council, nearly 98% of companies with a 401k offer some kind of matching contribution. According to Fidelity, more than 85% of plans have this benefit. And in 2025, the average match is around 4 to 6% of your salary, according to Carey. Here's how it works. Many companies will match 50% of what you put in, up to 6% of your salary. So if you earn $60,000 and contribute $3,600, your employer adds $1,800. That's an instant 50% return on your money. No investing risk, no guessing, just free growth. But here's a quick warning. According to CNBC and 20-something Finance, most employer matches don't belong to you immediately. Some vest right away, but some take years. So if you leave your job too soon, you might lose part of that free money. Action step: log into your 401k today, check your match percentage, and set up automatic contributions to at least get the full match. Think of it like putting $100 in your pocket and having $150 magically appear. Free money. Don't skip it. Step 3 is all about your financial shield, the emergency fund. Think of this as your safety net for life's surprises. You want 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up, not income. For example, if your monthly necessities are $2,700, aim for somewhere between $8,100 and $16,200. Why do this after the employer match but before paying off debt aggressively? Because emergencies don't wait. Cars break down, medical bills pop up, or you could even lose a job. According to Millennial Money, only 28% of Americans have enough savings to cover 6 months of expenses. Without this fund, emergencies usually go on credit cards, creating even more debt. Here's the strategy. Put 5 to 10% of each paycheck into this fund until you hit your target. Keep it in a high-yield savings account, not the stock market. Current high-yield accounts earn around 4 to 5% APY, which is far better than the 0.01% most traditional banks offer. Once your fund is fully stocked, you can redirect this money toward investment. Visualize it like a shield, building up block by block, protecting your house from car repairs, medical bills, or job loss. Step 4 is about attacking your debt, your biggest wealth killer. There are 2 main strategies that actually work. Method 1, debt avalanche, the math optimal method. List your debts by interest rate from highest to lowest. Pay minimums on everything, then throw extra money at the highest interest debt. This saves the most money in interest over time. Method 2, debt snowball, the psychology optimal method. List debts from smallest balance to largest. Pay minimums on everything, then attack the smallest debt first. You get faster wins, which keeps you motivated. Which one should you pick? If you're disciplined and motivated by math, go avalanche. If you need small wins to stay motivated, pick snowball. Either works, just pick one and commit. Here's the reality. According to WalletHub, the average household has $151,252 in total debt, including mortgages, and about $9,821 in credit card debt. At the current average interest rate of 22.83%, credit card debt costs $2,241 in interest every year. Critical rule: never skip step 2 for step 4. Employer match is free money you cannot get back. That always comes first. Step 5 is taking retirement seriously, beyond just the employer match. Think of it like climbing a ladder. Rung 1, 401k up to the employer match. We did that in step 2. Rung 2, Roth IRA. In 2025, you can contribute up to $7,000 per year or $8,000 if you're 50 or older. Money goes in after tax, grows completely tax-free, and withdrawals in retirement are tax-free too. This is huge for long-term wealth. Rung 3, back to your 401k. Max it out. The 2025 contribution limits are $23,500 if you're under 50, $31,000 if 50 to 59 or 64 plus, and $34,750 if 60 to 63. Pre-tax contributions lower your current taxes and the money grows tax deferred. Rung 4, taxable brokerage account for investing after tax. No contribution limits, flexible withdrawals anytime, and favorable long-term capital gains rates depending on income. Rule of thumb, aim to invest at least 10% of your gross income for retirement. 15% is better, 20% makes you a true wealth-building machine. Step 6 is where the magic happens. Compound interest. This is what makes starting early so powerful. Let's look at some simple numbers. Say you start investing $300 a month at age 25, and you keep it going until you're 65. That's 40 years. Assuming an average annual return of 8%, historically the S&P 500 has returned about 10% per year, you'll have invested $144,000, but your ending balance? Around $1 million. Now, start the same $300 per month at age 35 and keep going until 65, only 30 years. You invest $108,000, but your ending balance? About $400,000. Just 10 years of waiting cost you $600,000 in growth. Your money isn't just money. Time is worth far more than cash itself. Here's a quick rule you can remember called the Rule of 72. Divide 72 by your return rate, and that's roughly how many years it takes to double your money. At 8% returns, 72 divided by 8 equals 9 years. So $10,000 at 25 becomes $20,000 at 34, $40,000 at 43, $80,000 at 52, and $160,000 at 61. Visualize it like a graph. The earlier you start, the steeper the curve. Your money grows faster and faster over time. That's the miracle of compounding. Step 7 is the final secret, automation. This is the trick that makes everything stick without relying on willpower. Why automation works? It removes decision fatigue, takes emotion out of money, and you literally can't spend what you don't see. It works whether you're motivated or totally burned out. Here's a simple setup. Day of paycheck. Your money hits your checking account. Let it sit for 24 hours just to make sure everything clears. Day after paycheck, set up automatic transfers, emergency fund until it's fully funded, Roth IRA contribution, extra debt payment, short-term goals like vacation or a new car. What stays in checking? Only the money you need for bills and your guilt-free spending. That's your fun money, and you don't touch the rest. You don't need fancy tools. Most banks offer free automatic transfers, and some payroll systems let you split your direct deposit. There are also apps like Acorns or M1 Finance for automatic investments. Critical rule: review this setup quarterly, not daily. Obsessing causes stress, and whenever you get a raise or pay off debt, redirect that money to your investments. Don't let lifestyle creep steal your wealth.